What do you do?
If your son is at home
No.
crying on the no.
What do you do when like people who are strangers to you, and I don't mean strangers, I don't mean people you don't know. I mean people you do know, but they're not like akin to you. They're not your friends, they're not your family. They're just people you have to interact with. Could even be like the easiest example of it would be like a coworker, right?
Okay.
Like they're not your friends, but you know them. You may not
An
know them
associate.
well. You don't really know them personally, but you have some sort of rapport with them. When they share bad news with you, like their bad news, what do? What's your reaction?
I guess it depends on the bad news, Like if they said my mother died, you're gonna say, "Oh, my condolences. I'm sorry to hear that."
Right, of course.
So I think it depends on what the bad news is. Like if it's like I hurt my foot, I don't know.
Do you ask like, or do you like engage in conversation with people about it, or is it just a my condolences and then you move on? Because like, okay, let me set up the scene for you. Like, I had an interaction recently with somebody where I reached out to them about something, and their response to me was basically like they can't deal with this right now because they're dealing with something else. And I didn't know what to do because to me, like it wasn't important to me. But obviously, like I'm not soulless.
Right.
Of course, I said I'm sorry about that, but that was kind of it. Like I didn't say, well, do you need anything or are you okay or whatever. But I was left, I don't know, afterwards, after I sat with it for a while, I was like, am I a bad person? Like, am I supposed to be more invested in this person's pain? Am I the asshole?
Ask Twitter that one.
I
I
don't know.
guess it depends what they said and what the relationship is with this person.
There
Like,
there is no relationship. It's just someone I interact with. But I I just feel like if it was someone that I was close to, I'd be way more um,
empathetic.
empathetic. I don't know. But it did make me kind of do some self reflection and say, like, how am I supposed to act in this?
Instance.
Right.
I think if you don't have any kind of relationship with this person, and you just say you just say something nice and you move on.
Very specifically are saying, you just say,
But it
oh.
depends what it is. If it's like, oh my God, I just burned my lunch, like, oh man, that's messed up.
Right.
Maybe you can get some Uber Eats to come over quick
Right.
before your break is over. I don't know. I mean, it
Yeah.
depends.
Okay.
Again, if it's like the most extreme thing, like, yeah, my mom is sick in the hospital dying, right? Or my spouse is sick in the hospital and they're about to pass away. Yikes. Like, okay, that's serious. I'm sorry to hear that,
Yeah.
but no, you don't have to investigate. You don't have to become invested because they shared this. No,
Okay.
not in my opinion.
Okay. Sunlight. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I just wanted to ask. It was like right at the. It was top of mind when we jumped on, so I was like, let me ask you since we have a little time to kill today.